Yuji Kanahashi, I hereby order you to take the position of team supervisor of the sales department. Congratulations on your promotion. As soon as I was promoted, people started cheering. It's now later March. I, Yuji Kanahashi, work for Lavkoi Temperature Control. It's a small company that sells commercial thermostats. You will have a subordinate starting next month, so keep up the good work. And a few weeks have passed since my promotion. It's already April, and we have new employees. I became the trainer and immediate supervisor of 2 new hires. Let's say Tenri Kashiba and Kanata Sakurai, right? I'm Yuji Kanahashi.
Pleased to meet you.
Kanata Sakurai cheerfully greets me. On the other hand,
Kanahashi-san? Excuse me, but which university are you from?
oh, I didn't go to college because of family reasons. Anyway, nice to meet you. When I said that, he suddenly started to change his attitude and said,
What? An undereducated person is my boss? I'm a Tokyo University graduate. I'm sure I'll get a promotion soon. Even a high school graduate can become a supervisor at this company, right? I shouldn't have come to such a small company.
Huh? This was my first conversation with Tenri Kashiba. Thermostats have something called PID to stabilize the temperature, and... Anyway, I'm in charge of training new employees. In this industry, if you don't have knowledge, you are useless. But... Kashiba-kun, are you listening to me?
I'm listening, okay? What's the use of studying such useless knowledge?
Useless? This is the basic knowledge of thermostats.
I learned about automatic control mechanisms in school. What's the point of studying it now?
Kashiba shrugs his shoulders. What in the world is this guy?
Well, I believe basics are important.
I'm asking if there's any point in doing this for someone like me who already has the basic knowledge.
Sakurai-san's right. The basics are important, and that's the point of learning this. Think of it as a refresher, alright? Morning has come. The next morning, I come to work with a grand sigh. I wonder what to do with him. Remembering how Kashiba was yesterday. He's definitely an abnormal.
Good morning, Kanahashi-san. I look forward to working with you today, too.
When I turned around, there was Kanata Sakurai. Yeah. Good morning, Sakurai-san.
You're gloomy. It's still the morning, Kanahashi-san. Come on, cheer up.
Well...
You see, it's not your fault about that guy, so you should have confidence.
It's pathetic to be encouraged by Kohai. I get back into the swing of things and go run another training session. This is our product. Our main product is a thermostat, but we also handle recorders, transducers, and sensors as OEM products.
What's OEM?
It means we get a manufacturer to make a product under a brand name. But, as usual, Kashiba didn't even try to listen to me. And a week later, the training for new hires is now over. Finally, they're gonna start sales activities today.
Kanahashi-san!
Kanata Sakurai, looking impatient, comes running up to me.
Kashiba-san left for sales on his own!
What the heck?
Well, when I came to work, I saw he was preparing something, so I talked to him, then he said,
That uneducated supervisor happened to have a good sales record and got promoted, right?
And he didn't even listen to me, and off he went!
Oh, gosh. This was a very unexpected action. I was thinking of making him just answer phone calls and making appointments. I immediately reported the situation to the section chief.
What are you going to do, manager? I think it is indeed beyond Kanahashi's control.
I guess, but the president is happy to have a graduate of Tokyo University. If I'm not careful with my words, he may suspect Kanahashi's lack of leadership skills. We agreed to talk about this later and went back to the office. I guess being a supervisor is pretty tough. Then Sakurai-san comes.
Kanahashi-san, I look forward to your guidance again today. Today, I'm going to make appointments and answer phone calls, right? I look forward to working with you.
She was full of motivation, and that made me feel better. And it was already evening. You made 3 appointments in one day. I think that's great. I only got 2.
Really? Oh, but I am worried if I'll be able to promote the products well.
Don't worry, I'll go with you. While we were talking like that, I heard a carefree voice. Hey, back! Kashiba finally returned, and before I could say anything else, the chief glares at him.
Kashiba-kun, come to the conference room. Kanahashi-kun, can you come too?
Ah, yes. We called the manager too and headed for the conference room. Immediately, the manager's angry voice came out.
Why did you act without permission? Who authorized the sales visits?
Is that really necessary? What you're doing now is useless. Here! Saying that, he showed us the business cards of several companies. If I could visit all these, you wouldn't complain, right? Oh, and I've gotten requests for quotes too.
You visited all of them? And even quote requests?
Yeah, it's simple. I just had to analyze our products, customer lists, and trends. I told you that training is useless. Why do you make us do something as useless as that training by the supervisor?
Then Kashiba deliberately paused for a beat and said,
I really don't understand you guys.
He said that condescendingly. All I can do is sigh. After that, I felt like I had an ulcer. In the end. Anyway, this is an organization. Your boss is Kanahashi-kun, so listen to him.
It's useless though. Okay.
He was reluctant, but we forced him to listen to me. The next day, it was Sakurai-san's first sales visit.
Sir, we are ready. Let's go.
Oh yeah, just a minute. I turned to Kashiba, who is at his computer, and talked to him. Kashiba, we're going on a sales visit. Get ready.
What is the use of the 3 of us going together? I have quotes to make.
My subordinate doesn't listen to me. Maybe I'm not cut out to be a leader.
Wow. Kanahashi-san is being sulky.
I was starting to have a mental breakdown.
Wow, where did that spirit come from? Oh, Kanahashi-san, get a grip! It's okay, Kanahashi-san. You're doing a good job as a supervisor. You teach me step by step, and you also followed up on my appointment yesterday. At least I think I have a good boss, so please don't be discouraged.
I wonder... It's pathetic. I'm really pathetic to be consoled by a newcomer. Anyway, first of all, I have to go on a sales visit with her. I leave Kashiba to the section chief and head to the client where I have an appointment.
This product, with its emphasis on visibility and operability, is designed to control temperature. You say temperature, but can you measure and adjust air humidity and pressure too? Oh, what? Humidity and pressure?
Her eyes start to shift. This question might still have been difficult for her. Yes, it's called a thermostat, but in fact, anything is possible. I helped her explain. It will give signals on humidity and pressure too. We just have to tweak the electric circuit.
Wow, he's amazing.
Sakurai-san was amazed next to me. We were going back to the office after visiting clients.
It's amazing. I can't believe you can answer all the difficult questions from customers accurately.
Well, you just need experience. Well, of course, knowledge is necessary too. But you never forget what made you break out in a cold sweat, right? And you think about how you're gonna handle it next time, right?
I see. So I can learn from her mistakes.
She really is a good, positive girl. Oh, manager? Chief? What's wrong? You look exhausted. For some reason, there were 2 people sitting on the floor with tired faces. Hey, good work.
This year's new hires are so intense.
I heard that Kashiba had to answer a lot of phone calls today, but...
Yes, this is Kashiba. Yes, it's Kashiba. I'm telling you it's Kashiba, you see?
For some reason, he kept saying his name instead of the company's name.
Chief, phone call for ya.
From where?
Heh, you'll have to find that out yourself.
Hey, come on.
That's how terrible it was. This is what we call a monster rookie. And then something happened that made him cockier.
Heh, as I thought, I'm competent and quick to produce results.
And he showed me the order form from the client he had visited on his own.
Getting a new client is easy, huh?
A graduate of Tokyo University is indeed different, huh? I wondered what would happen when I heard he went on a sales visit on his own, but I'm glad it turned out well.
The president also praised him for the results he has achieved. You now understand how capable I am, right?
I wonder if he's really okay. And after that, I was called by the section chief, and she was holding her head.
It's the president's order to let Kashiba do what he wants for now.
What? Is he serious?
I argued against it too, but he says he wants to see how far he can go by himself. For now, you should concentrate on taking care of Sakurai-san. Oh yeah, just in case, can you accompany Kashiba-kun on his first visit after the product delivery?
And today, I'm going to accompany Sakurai-san to the sales visit again. Gosh, what is the president thinking? Does this mean he thinks I'm not good enough? What about protocols? What's available?
Oh, let's see. There's the communication option, but protocol? Kanahashi-san?
She looks at me for help. Oh no, we're at a customer's office right now, aren't we? Oh, there's Modbus. We have protocols from PLCs and touch panels from various companies.
Gosh, Kanahashi-san, are you alright? Your mind was elsewhere. Come on, smile.
When we left the client's office, she gave me an encouraging smile. Sorry, I'm not feeling very confident these days. Jeez, did I just complain to my kohai? I'm the worst.
I'm glad you're my boss, Kanahashi-san, so please be confident.
She smiles at me innocently. Alright, I'll at least train her well. And 2 weeks have passed since then. For event outputs, turn relay outputs to 3 points. The standard is 1, and 2 are optional.
The event output. It gives an alarm for temperature abnormality. Am I right?
Yeah, that's right. Not only that, but it also gives warnings when a heater or sensor is disconnected. She's acquired a lot of knowledge in the past 2 weeks. She's beginning to understand some difficult things too. Excellent. Ah, yes. I go to Kashiba's seat to talk to him. We were supposed to make a follow-up visit this afternoon, right? Can me and Sakurai-san come with you?
Like I told you before, it's useless for the 3 of us to go together.
Well, it's the chief's order, okay?
I understand. I'll show you up close how excellent I am.
Then in the afternoon, I make my first sales visit with Kashiba.
I'm the one who got these customers, so don't interfere with me, okay?
Okay, I get it. Well, let's see how good he is. If there's no problem, he would just be a cocky yet competent guy, which wouldn't be a problem. But the product he delivered, it's different from the specs we asked for. What Kashiba received was a scolding from the customer. What we asked for are inexpensive items with 2 contact outputs.
Wait, but I thought I followed your requirements.
Sure, it's got 2 outputs, but one of them is a control output. We can't use this.
Oh, I didn't hear you say anything about that.
You didn't hear it? I told you I needed 2 contact outputs. Who said we needed control output? Anyway, we can't use them, so we are returning them. How will you take responsibility for the delay this will cause?
I'm sorry.
Kashiba apologizes with a pale face. To explain briefly, this thermostat has 2 outputs. What he delivered surely has 2 outputs, but they do not work the same. One of them is for temperature control and cannot be used for an alarm function. So he was told that the specs are different from those required by the customer. This is entirely a mistake on Kashiba's part for not double-checking the specs with the customer. However, Sakurai-san and I are not so perturbed compared to Kashiba, because...
Oh? But this is an easy fix.
Huh?
Kashiba is surprised.
Yes, there's an easy way to deal with this.
I learned it from Kanahashi-san yesterday. So...
She doesn't look confident, but I'll correct you if you're wrong, so just try to explain it by yourself.
Ah, okay. Then, sir, I will explain it to you.
And then she starts explaining about how to deal with this problem.
This one is indeed designed to have one control and one contact output. But if it's just for a simple alarm operation, you just have to press this button.
What? Really? That would be helpful.
Specifically, you can turn this on and charge this and there. And if you put in the number, it's all done.
Oh, thank you for your help. If this is gonna work, I have no complaints.
That's good to hear. I can send you the document that explains what I just said if you would like.
Is that okay? Then by all means, please do.
The way she handled it was perfect. Kashiba, on the other hand, was... He looked speechless. Anyway, everything went fine and we're back to the office.
Oh, I was so nervous. Kanahashi-san, how was my explanation?
I don't have anything to say. It was perfect.
Yay! It was all worth the effort.
I'm happy for ya. Oh, I'm gonna report to the chief first. I said that and went to find the chief. And then, as I walked away, Kashiba finally opened his mouth. Hey, tell me, why were you able to explain it like that? I'm sure you had less knowledge than I did.
Well, Kanahashi-san taught me a lot. He teaches me in great detail. He taught me with the examples from the past cases. That's why it was easy to understand. I can tell that Kanahashi-san went through a lot to learn all that. I'm glad he's my boss, you know?
But I'm a graduate of Tokyo University. I'm an excellent person. He's supposed to be below me. Kashiba looks frustrated. I guess his high self-esteem won't allow him to admit his failure.
You were still saying that kind of nonsense?
President? Kashiba is surprised. Who appeared in front of him was me, the section chief, and the president. When I told them about today's incident, they came with me.
You've made a mistake, right? Then admit it and reflect on it.
That's right. Actually, the reason the president told us to let Kashiba do whatever he wanted was to make him fail. He was not ignoring what we were saying. He was waiting for him to experience a setback. He knew that just scolding him would not lead to improvement.
Making some financial loss is fine. If my employees learn from that experience, that's not necessarily a loss, right?
I guess among those employees is me too.
So, what did you think? Can you still make fun of Kanahashi-kun for being less educated than you are? Actually, I only finished junior high school due to family reasons. Education is not everything. It's only one of many qualifications in society. Knowledge, experience, cooperation, integrity, and many other things are necessary in society. You can study well. If you use that to your advantage and work with others, you'll be a great employee.
The president gives a lesson to Kashiba. He couldn't refute the president's words, and finally... I'm sorry, sir. I was being arrogant. Kashiba bowed his head and apologized. He's been surpassed in knowledge by his colleague, Kanata Sakurai, whom I taught. And he got told off by the president. He seems to have realized that his academic background doesn't mean much. Now, some time has passed since then. Sir, could you tell me about some difficult cases you've had with communication protocol? Well, the trouble with it usually has to do with the communication speed. When it comes to communication, problems occur mostly on the hardware side, like a cable disconnection. Kashiba has joined my study group and started listening to what I had to say. Although, he's so knowledgeable that sometimes his questions are difficult to answer.
Yay! Kanahashi-san! We've received orders for 600 units per year, and this is an ongoing project.
What? Seriously? By the way, Kanata's talent as a salesperson has bloomed. Every once in a while, she gets a huge deal. Damn! Sakurai-san got another big deal! It's a loss for me again this month. Kashiba, who secretly sees her as his rival, seems to be on a losing streak.
Kanahashi, You promised. You have to go on a date with me, okay?
Ugh, I didn't expect her to really get a contract from all the potential clients. And then, for some reason, she started asking me out on dates. A few days after this, we really went on a date as promised. But, what kind of date did we have? I'll let you imagine that.